Rapidly expanding impeachment inquiry by House Democrats into President Trump's dealings with Ukraine. On Friday, the president's former ambassador to Ukraine testified before a congressional panel about how she was removed from her job. This, as the New York Times reports, federal prosecutors were investigating Mr. Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, for his involvement in Ukraine. The president went to the campaign trail in Louisiana to vent his frustrations and to rally his base. Natalie Brand begins our coverage on all this. She is at the White House, where President Trump returned late last night. Natalie, good morning.
Good morning to you, Jeff. And this campaign rally came just hours after the president announced a partial trade deal with China. While that was mentioned last night, it certainly wasn't the focus. It was the impeachment inquiry that had the president most fired up, describing it in profane terms.
They know they can't win on election day, so they're pursuing an illegal, invalid, and unconstitutional impeachment.
President Trump again railed against House Democrats as he rallied supporters for the second night in a row.
For nearly 3 years, Democrats have waged a nonstop battle to overturn your vote, overrule your voice, override your values.
Nearly 3 weeks into the formal impeachment inquiry, 10 subpoenas have now been issued, with deadlines next week for the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. On Friday, the president appeared to distance himself from Giuliani.
Well, I don't know. I haven't spoken to Rudy. I spoke to him yesterday briefly. He's a very good attorney, and he has been my attorney. Yeah, sure.
CBS News has learned Giuliani will stay on Mr. Trump's legal team, but will not participate in matters related to Ukraine. On Thursday, 2 Giuliani associates, Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman, were arrested on federal campaign finance charges. While Giuliani was not named in the indictment, the 2 men are linked to his efforts to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter. As the impeachment investigation escalates, the ongoing trade war with China appeared to ratchet down Friday.
We knew that we were going to have a very successful phase 1.
The president and China's vice premier announced an agreement in principle on phase 1 of a trade deal. While specifics have not been released, the president says China has agreed to some intellectual property protections and will step up agricultural purchases to an additional $40 to $50 billion. In return, the U.S. will hold off on the tariff hike that had been scheduled to take effect next week on $250 billion worth of Chinese imports. Now, a decision has not been made on the tariffs scheduled for December, and the administration acknowledges much work remains to be done in the weeks and months ahead. Phase 1 of this deal must still be finalized before negotiators can begin to tackle phase 2. Michelle?
All right, Natalie, thank you.